I recently returned from a business trip in China, and beyond the amazing experience there, what it reiterated was the rest of the world builds relationships first, from which they do business. I now consider myself an American. As Americans, we're so focused on the business, we're so focused on processes and checklists, that if and only if that part works, we'll think about building the relationship. So as your business becomes more global, as you're being asked to go do assignments in Hong Kong, the challenge becomes, how do you engage? How do you work with people that don't look like us, sound like us, or think like us? Most people network without a purpose, without any kind of goals or a plan. I call it PGP. What is your purpose for building relationships? Mine is, by getting to know other people, I get to know myself better. Let me say it again. Most networking doesn't work. Why? Because it's haphazard. It's from seat of your pants. It's reactive. You do it for you're thinking, what's in it for me? There's no systematic approach. There's no discipline. And how do I turn those contacts into value? Your personal and professional success, both within this organization, as well as if you go outside of this place, will heavily depend on your portfolio of relationships. So diversity, single biggest asset in your portfolio of relationships. Number 2 is quality. Sales managers, you may have heard this before, they want to hire salespeople with great Rolodexes. That's myopic, because Rolodex is transactional. Better question is, how often per week do you play golf with C-level executives? I'll talk to people about ROI in a different approach, return on involvement. If you came to these 3 days just for the content, you missed half the value, because the other half was the people. If you're involved in the planning of this, if you're involved in your department in spreading the good news about this event, think about any organization. 2 fundamental challenges, membership and fundraising, right? Any association, any organization you think about. You take one of those 2 roles, not only do you're on the spotlight, but that's where you can have the highest impact. So do you belong to an association where you just show up and put up your badge and just kind of, you're there? Or do you belong and you focus on making an impact? This has to become the dye in the fabric, not the patch. The latter permeates through who you are and what you do. How many times have you written a check in an account where you have no money? Okay, don't answer that. Yet how often do people come to you and ask for a favor where they haven't earned the right to do so? 3 types of networkers. Givers, God bless Mother Teresa. Takers, we've all known some. And investors. Which one are you? People buy 3 things when they engage you, when they work with you, on a project, within the organization, or external to it. Number 1, your product or service. Again, most recently I worked with the Resort Sales and Service Group. They buy the pixie dust. They buy the perception of the company behind that product or service, and they buy you. They buy you. People will deal with people they know, they like, and they trust. You can't build that trust unless you give some of yourself and give people a chance to get to know you. If you start by thinking, if I can get to know this person and find ways to become an asset to them, if they get it, if they get the value of a relationship, they'll find a way to reciprocate. If they don't, why would I want to keep investing? I don't. I'm still cordial. I'm still nice. But I'm telling you now, you don't have enough bandwidth. There's not enough hours in a day for you to invest in everybody you know equally. So how do you prioritize which relationships you're going to invest in? This isn't speed dating. Relationships take time. They take an effort. They take an investment of time, effort, resources. If it's worth doing, it's worth doing well. My question of you is, how can you innovate in a conservative environment? How can you innovate in a culture that doesn't really allow you to fail or doesn't like failure? Come on, I promise it won't hurt. Come on. Let's face the audience. How many people know Willie? Oh, love this. Very nice. You, sir, I apologize. Would you please stand up? Your name? Dean? How long have you known Willie?
Oh, maybe 10 years.
10 years. Where does Willie live?
Where does he live?
Uh-huh. It gets better. Hold on. Is he married?
Yes.
Does he have kids?
Yes.
How many?
I don't know. I think at least.
Willie, for the rest of us, where do you live?
Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain. How many kids do you have?
2,
And how old are they?
12 and 9.
12. Did you have to think about that?
Well, my daughter just turned 9.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate you both. My intent isn't to put anybody on the spot. It's to prove that even the people that we walk by every day, even the people that we work with every day, we don't really get a chance to know.